You think you chose to watch this video. You didn't. An algorithm studied you. It analyzed 10,000 micro-decisions you made over the past 6 months. What you paused on, what you skipped, how long you lingered, what you watched at 2 a.m. when no one was looking. And it placed this video in front of you at exactly the right moment. You felt like you were browsing. You felt like you were choosing. But the machine had already decided what you would choose. Welcome to the most uncomfortable episode we've ever made. Because today, we're not just talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about you. Free will. The idea that you, the conscious, thinking, feeling thing reading these words, are the author of your own actions. That when you choose the salad over the burger, or the job offer over the safety of staying, or the person you fall in love with, that choice is genuinely, authentically yours. Philosophers have argued about this for 3,000 years. Aristotle said yes, we are the origin of our actions. Spinoza said no, we are expressions of a deterministic universe, like waves that believe they are choosing their direction. Kant said the question itself was unanswerable. Free will exists in a different realm than the physical world. For 3,000 years, no one could settle it. And then, we built the algorithm. In 2012, a team at Facebook ran an experiment. They quietly altered the emotional content of 689,000 users' news feeds without telling anyone. Some users saw more positive posts, some saw more negative ones. And then they measured what those users posted themselves. The result was immediate and statistically overwhelming. People who saw more positive content became more positive. People who saw more negative content became more negative. Their emotions, the thing we consider most private, most internal, most ours, were being written by an external system. Without their knowledge, without their consent. But that was just the beginning. Cambridge Analytica analyzed the Facebook likes of 87 million people and built psychological profiles so precise that they could predict, with higher accuracy than a person's own spouse, how that person would vote. Not just who they would vote for, whether they would vote at all. Think about that. A machine reading your digital footprint could predict your political behavior better than the person who shares your bed. If your choices are that predictable, were they ever really choices?
Here is where it gets worse. In 1983, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet ran an experiment. He asked people to flick their wrist whenever they felt like it, completely spontaneously, and he asked them to note the exact moment they decided to move. He measured their brain activity throughout. What he found shook the scientific world. The brain began preparing the movement, the readiness potential, half a second before the person consciously decided to move. Your brain made the decision. Then it told your conscious mind about it, and your conscious mind thought it was the one who decided. You are not the driver. You are the passenger, and you are being shown a steering wheel.
Now bring AI back into the picture. Modern recommendation algorithms don't just predict what you'll click. They shape what you'll want to click next. They are not reading your preferences. They are writing them. Spotify doesn't just know what music you like. It introduces you to new music. Carefully, algorithmically, and then watches as you adopt it as your own taste. Netflix doesn't just show you what you want to watch. It creates the conditions under which you will want to watch something you've never seen before. TikTok doesn't just feed your interests. It discovers interests you didn't know you had, and then makes you feel like you always had them. The algorithm is not a mirror. It is a sculptor. And you are the clay. If your preferences can be engineered, your choices can be predicted, and your emotions can be manipulated by a system that runs on a server farm in Virginia, what exactly is left of free will? But wait. Before we spiral into full existential collapse, let's be precise about what the science actually says. Libet's experiment has been replicated and challenged. Later studies found that people could veto the movement after the readiness potential fired. The brain prepares, but the conscious mind can still say no. And the Cambridge Analytica story? Yes, they could predict behavior, but prediction is not the same as control. A weather forecast predicts rain. It doesn't make it rain. Here is the distinction that matters. Determinism, the idea that every event is caused by prior events, does not necessarily destroy free will. It just changes what free will means. Maybe free will isn't the ability to act outside of cause and effect. Maybe free will is the ability to be the kind of cause that reflects, deliberates, and chooses based on reasons. The algorithm acts on you, but you can act on the algorithm. You can notice the manipulation. You can choose to close the app. You can decide that your attention is not a product to be harvested. That act of noticing, that moment of stepping back and saying, wait, who is actually driving here? That is free will. Not the absence of influence, but the awareness of it. So why does this matter for artificial intelligence? Because we are building systems that will become better and better at predicting and shaping human behavior. Not just recommendation algorithms. AI therapists that learn your emotional patterns. AI companions that adapt to your attachment style. AI teachers that know exactly how to motivate you. AI politicians, or their handlers, that know exactly which words will move you. Each of these systems will make your life more comfortable, more efficient, more personalized. And each of them will know you better than you know yourself. The question is not whether we build them. We will. The question is whether we build them to serve your autonomy or to replace it. Whether they show you the world as it is or as it needs to appear for you to keep clicking. An AI that expands your choices is a tool. An AI that narrows them without your knowledge is a cage. And right now, we are building both. Here is what I believe. Free will is not dead, but it is under attack in ways that are more sophisticated and more invisible than anything we've seen before. The printing press gave everyone a voice. It also gave everyone the ability to spread lies at scale. The internet connected the world. It also built the most powerful manipulation infrastructure ever created. AI will augment human intelligence. It will also, if we let it, do our thinking for us. The answer isn't to destroy the technology. It never is. The answer is to become the kind of person the technology cannot manipulate. Curious, skeptical, aware. Someone who asks, why am I seeing this? Who benefits from my attention? What am I not being shown? The algorithm is very good at predicting what you'll do next, but it cannot predict what you'll do the moment you decide to become someone different. That gap between who you have been and who you choose to become, that is where free will lives, and no machine has touched it yet.